Hello there everybody, welcome to another video by me, Mr. Drone. Although this week I should probably be called Mr. Walk, because if you didn't know already, there's a large flight restriction on at the moment imposed by the police, an emergency flight restriction. I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute, 'cause we're going to do a walk here from Sandhills Station down to the Everton Stadium at Bramley Moore Dock. There's Sandhills Station there. I asked for some suggestions recently, and I had, is it Rocky, let me get his name for you, or her, could be her, Rocky Blue Dogs, sorry, Rocky Blue Dogs gave me a suggestion, who said, could you walk from Sandhills Station to Bramley Moore as well? Now this because I done the other way, I done from the Pierhead, Liverpool Liver buildings down to Bramley Moore Dock last week on Saturday, so I'm going to do it the other way. I'd said in a video it was a 15-minute walk from the centre to Bramley Moore Dock. Turned out it was like 25 minutes. I could have done it a little quicker. I went round the front. I could have done it a few minutes quicker, probably round the other way, but I wanted to go round the front. But anyway, I've had a few suggestions. One of them is to walk from Sandhills down to Bramley Moore Dock now, so we're going to get that done. Another suggestion I had though, whilst I was taking them, somebody said, could I also look at what potential places there are, properties for sale, rent or whatever, where there could be more pubs or cafes, whatever, venues, you know, for people coming to the stadium. So we'll do that as well whilst we walk. And on that note, straight outside Sandhills is this property here. So, you know, you imagine coming to a match day, there's going to be loads of people getting off the station at Sandhills, and there's this property dead opposite, marketed by Kepi Massey, and I'll put it up. I've took a few screenshots, I will put them up. But it's 51 Sandhills Lane. It's a big venue. I'll put a shot up there, and they're showing the side of it, and that is a big venue that could potentially be used. You know, anybody with quite a lot of money. It's 615,000 marked at that. If you could have a bar there with or cafe, restaurants with an outdoor area there, big massive area for seating, you know, you could imagine loads of Everton fans in there straight off the train, beer in there, bite to eat, whatever, walk straight down the road to Sandhills, from Sandhills down to the match or whatever, or concert goers, whatever. That's a good place, that. So yeah, that's the sort of thing I'm going to be doing today. So we'll take the walk now. I'm going to put the timer on. We are starting at, let's see, we're starting at 1:51. Put the timer on, put the GoPro on, take a walk down to Bramley Moore Dock, have a chat, share some things, and see what other sites there are for potential pubs, bars, restaurants, cafes, whatever. Let's take a walk. Okay, so as I've said there, it's about 1:51. We're just setting off now, so we'll get the time when we get down there, see how long it takes. I'm going to say this one will be about 15 minutes to walk from Sandhills down to Bramley Moore, but we'll see. So a couple of things wanted to touch on. So as I said at the beginning there, this week I should probably call myself Mr. Walk instead of Mr. Drone. So there has been an emergency flight restriction put in place by the police due to all the unrest in Liverpool. I digress. Here's another one. I don't know if this is still going at the moment. It's closed and it's about lunchtime now. As I said, 1:51. Sandhills Cafe, that seems to be closed. I don't know if anybody knows, but it's another place there. It's another potential place straight out the station, and it either, not sure if, looks closed, to be honest. Shutters look like they've been down for a while there, and it is lunchtime, so you'd think a cafe would be open. So yeah, there's another place there. I reckon loads of these will start getting snapped up, you know, soon, and turned into little bars or cafes. Anyway, right, so yeah, Liverpool police have put a flight restriction in place, which means drones cannot be flown anywhere. It's a massive restriction. I'll put a screenshot up for you now, so you can see. I'm just looking at it, sorry, on my phone. You can see there the size of that. That's the biggest flight restriction zone I think I've seen in a long time. It's massive, even stretches right over the Mersey to Wirral. So yeah, it's huge, right up to Anfield as well. So it's to give a bit of info as well. I'll share what it actually says, the summary restrictions. So it says this piece of airspace is in effect between surface and 2,000 foot. Temporary flight restriction. This is an official no-fly zone, and it applies according to the following criteria in the region indicated by the boundary shown, and it's active from the 5th of August at 4:40 until the 12th of August at 5 p.m. So that's Monday, next Monday, the 12th, 5 p.m. So that you can get in touch with the police and ask. Let me just turn you around and show you the Bramley Moore Dock from here. God, it towers over everything. But yeah, when there's a notice restriction like that, flight restriction, there is always or should be contact details. So I did contact the police to ask if I could have permission to fly, and I gave them my flight details, saying what I'd like to do down at Bramley Moore Dock and what I do all the time. Gave them all my licenses and everything, but they replied quite briefly, saying at this time we're not giving any special permissions for flights, and it's to do with the unrest in and around Liverpool at the moment, with the protests. The protests isn't the problem, you know. It's the rioting and looting and chaos that people are causing, which, you know, yeah, it's having an effect on me flying my drone. But look, I'm not in any way the worst person it's affected. There's a hell of a lot worse off than me, with libraries and things being burned down and that. It's out of order, in my opinion. That all that is, people have a right to peaceful protest if they want things to change, and some things potentially do need to change, in my opinion. But I'll keep my opinions off my channel, especially political. So a few people on that note, a few people have dropped me messages saying, have I got any footage of any of the protests or riots and that? And the answer's no. That's not for me, not for my channel. It's just not. Fair play to anybody who... Here's another empty unit, it looks like. Yeah, to let. There you go. Anybody... There's another one to let there. Like a smallish unit. You can't even see what it is, to be honest. It's on Sandhills Lane, but... to let there. Be interested to know what's inside that one, right next to S Norton. But yeah, as I was saying there, it's just not for me on my channel personally. Political things, and I just I wouldn't want to give things like that the coverage personally. But there you go. There's loads of videos out there available. So yeah, that's enough about that. We've probably all seen it enough. So we're turning now from Sandhills Lane into Regent Road. This is, isn't it? This is Regent Road. Yeah. So we've seen already there a couple of places. What's that? 3 places, potential places for new investments, new bars, and that's just on Sandhills Lane. So we've now turned into the road that the stadium's actually on, and we'll take a walk down here and see what else is about. Sandon Dock's right next to us there on the right. So that is all like dock area and quite industrial. Down this end it is, but as we get further up, there'll definitely be more things. Going back to like the flight restriction though, not so about the flight restriction itself, but it is a pain, isn't it, that we just can't get up and have a look at what we usually look at. As you know, I do a few videos a week down at Bramley Moore Dock and around the city. I had other things planned in the city this week whilst the weather's nice, although it is quite windy. But anyway, whilst the weather's nice, you know, you want to get up in the air and do more. And I had a few projects planned, but just not able to do it, and it is a killer, to be honest, for the channel, for you guys. You know, I like to bring the aerial shots to you guys. It's obviously what I'm about, being Mr. Drone. So yeah, it's not ideal. There's a place there called Warrant House. Looked quite empty, but it's more offices in there. Just going past the Sandhills estate now, and that's going to turn you around because you can just see towering over the walls now the Everton Stadium does. It's really is gigantic. It's such a sight to see as well. Like I've said this so much on my channel, that when we look at it from the air, and you know what have we? It's 3 years plus, June 21. So 3 years and a couple of months we've been looking at it from the air, coming out the ground, and it's changed so much, obviously. But the aerial shots and even the ground shots here don't give it the justice it deserves from when you actually get here in person and look at the stadium. When you see it walking down the road, it's just huge, honestly. It's an amazing thing to look at, really is. So we're now getting to some of these units that are really close, almost dead opposite. And here we go, look, here's one. It says Racing Turf Accountants. That's an old empty place. Something right next door, Cookies Cafe, right on the corner of Boundary Street, the Crest Hotel. It's opposite, and that cafe kind of runs, oh, lift it high, that cafe runs right up there. So that's a big place, that cafe, like I say, right on the corner of Boundary Street. There's one here that says, the Crest Hotel. It's got a really nice plaque on it, that. Not sure if that's open or whatever. So what's that for now? Because if that, like I say, investors or whatever for that place. I've said this before as well. Anybody watching, it could be an investor. Oh, I'd love to get a Mr. Drones sign outside one of these. Need to look into it myself, see what it takes. Get like be nice to have a little bar, little pre-match bar, wouldn't it? Mr. Drones right down here on the front. Love that. But yeah, so we're just feels like we're dead opposite now. We're right outside like the United Utilities plant there, and I'm going to be totally honest with you all. I've said a lot on my channel. I've been here 3 years, numerous times a week, and I don't smell the United Utilities site at all. But a little bit further, it doesn't smell right here, but a little bit further down, it stank. But yeah, it's further down towards Sandhills though, but it did smell. Right, so here's the site entrance now, and it's 2:03. So I left here, look round, I left what? 1:51 was it? That's 2:03, so that's taken me like 12 minutes, and I've stopped a couple of times as well and had a look at some places. So 10-minute walk from Sandhills. It's nothing, that, is it? Nothing at all. But look, whilst we're here, I'm going to turn you round. Sorry, I'm going to turn you around to look at these places. Now look, I've actually looked at this. I'll share it with you now. This place here is currently for rent or sale. Now I'm just going to, I've took a couple of shots that I'll share with you right now. Do you know what? I'm completely lying, I haven't. I'm on the website. Right, so this is on Rightmove, this one behind me, and I'll share it right now. It says to rent for £2,000 a month, but may sell. Now that's a perfect place for a little bar with a hotel upstairs, a few rooms upstairs. Here we go, look, here's another one. SK Real Estate, Sutton Kirsch. There's a unit there, a small unit. And then we get to this place further down, which looks like it used to be. I mean, it's not ideal to show right now, you know. I'll turn round, but it's got an old mattress on the outside. But when you look at like the board in there at the top, that looks like it used to be a pub or something. It's with the red boards at the top. That's what it looks like. This plot, this corner plot here, right on the corner of Blackstone Street. Turning you around loads, aren't I? This corner plot here. There was an application that went in here for a hotel. It was an actual Ibis hotel. Let me just show you. So it's there on the corner, and if I just turn to the left, this is like directly outside Bramley Moore, the stadium at Bramley Moore Dock, right there. And there's an old Liverpool Echo article that says Ibis hotel plans overlooking Bramley Moore Dock thrown out by the council after 3 years. The proposed Ibis Styles hotel had promised to give visitors a designer experience at an all-inclusive price. And there's a shot of it there. It says old plans for a 9-storey budget hotel and multi-storey car park to be built on land adjacent to Bramley Moore Dock have been scrapped by Liverpool City Council nearly 3 years after they were submitted. So I'd shared a couple of months ago and said that I'd looked into that place, and it was purchased only in like 2017. I think it was 2017, maybe 2018. But I'd wondered what that land was, and it makes sense. So it's been purchased, and the plan was obviously to put a hotel on, but in 2002 plans were scrapped by Liverpool City Council. I'm not sure the reason. I'll have to read more of the article. It's there though. It's out there if you look it up. I'll share it on my description as well. Description to this video. I'll share it. So, but there's another plot there in the corner. So I think that's like 6 or 7 plots now. Instead of looking at me, we'll look over there. Dynamite. You see the boards at the bottom there. See, they've put the wall in above the boards there, where the gates will be to go in. So they put all the brickwork back on top of all those entrances now, which is great. So, and here's the southernmost entrance we're just walking past, and the entrance to Terry's Timber. There was also reports. There's a southernmost entrance there. There was also reports that Terry's Timber had sold parts of their yard, but I was assured by someone at Everton there, Everton have not bought it, because people were saying they had. Just walking past the Bramley Moore now. So this is the main pub that's obviously in a perfect location, directly outside the Everton Stadium, Bramley Moore Dock, even called the Bramley Moore. That's currently the only place available to you know, come get a drink at the moment, and that's what we're trying to touch on. You know, what else could potentially be available? Going past the Lang O'Rourke offices now at the south-east corner of Bramley Moore Dock, and we're just going to walk just a little bit further down, only a little bit, because what are we on now? We're on 17 minutes, so we'll just walk a little further. Perhaps go past the Titanic Hotel, see what's available just the other side. It's a massive plot of land there. Just a big empty space, which looks like it belongs to Regency House, maybe, which is here. Just turn you around there, Regency House, but that's all locked up at the front, shutters down. Looks quite derelict. It's certainly offices, that Regent's House, but who knows what could be done with it. Application in to change commercial use of a property can be done. So, you know, so right, we're just going past the Titanic Hotel here, which I suppose the Titanic Hotel does have a bar. You okay? The Titanic Hotel does have a bar there. Hi mate, you alright? You could potentially go in, I suppose, for a drink, but I can imagine during match days and that, it's quite a nice hotel. I've been in there. My very good friend James had his wedding there back in May. I shared a couple of pictures from a room we had overlooking the stadium. It's great. It's a lovely hotel. What I'm trying to say is, I'm not saying we're terrible football fans, but I'm not sure if they'd be prepared to just let football fans gather in for drinking downstairs in the hotel during match days. I think they'll probably try and control that to an extent, because obviously they have good paying guests in there that won't be wanting massive crowd of football fans down in the lobby on match days, I can imagine anyway. Just walking a bit further down past the tobacco warehouse here, we'll get a bit further and see any more units just on this next block which I've got coming up. And then we'll call it a walk. We'll call it a day at 20 minutes plus. The tobacco warehouse is starting to look really good. Now they've renovated all this side of it, all this end. It seems, but you're right, guys. They've renovated all this end, but the other end seems to still be under quite a lot of renovation. It's a huge place to do though. And here we go. As soon as we get here, look, there's like empty land there. I mean, it obviously belongs to somebody. There's like a shipping container in there, a big plot of empty land there on the corner of some road. It's got no sign on the on the road, on the corner of some road, the corner of the tobacco warehouse, that is. The next one we get to, Dublin Street. The Gary's Refreshments is there. That was, I tell you what, that was heaving before when I drove past Gary's Refreshments. They've got a couple of tables outside, and it was heaving. But the reason why I've come down this far is, yeah, look at this place here. It's number 17. That's definitely an old pub or something. It even says lounge there. Although, just noticed there's a light on in there. I think that's possibly been converted into properties to rent, maybe. It has looked empty in there when I've gone past before now, but just looking then, there are lights on inside. So obviously I don't want to keep filming in some of these property. But yeah, and as we come further down, we've then just got like the Murphy's Distillery. They actually dropped me a message on Instagram. I think it was not Instagram or something like that. Just letting me know where they are. So there, Murphy's Distillery is just down here, and then we've got 10th Street Social, which is right there. So these two are potentially available. See, 10th Street Social, eat and drink. So if we just come down this far and turn you around, opening hours, yeah, till 10 p.m, 11 p.m. So I can imagine that's going to be a really good place. If we just turn around, the stadium is just over there. And right by Murphy's Distillery as well. Hopefully the likes of these places will do things on match day. I'll tag them in to this video. But yeah, so we'll finish off there. So I'm not going to go further down into town. I don't think there's much more along that way. But the point of the video was Sandhills to Bramley Moore Dock, 10 minutes or so. I am a relatively quick walker, but still, you know, you're going to be 10-15 minutes walk from Sandhills Station. It's nothing at all, is it? We've got half an hour from the other way that we've done already, from Liverpool Pierhead down to Bramley Moore Dock, and Liverpool Pierhead, you've got James Street right next to it, so you've got that. Half hour one way, 10-15 minutes from the other, and yeah, and in between all of that, there's quite a few properties available there that I've seen, quite a bit of land available for potential investments, developers, to get some bars, to get some more bars and cafes and that going for any football fans, concert goers, whatever, that are going to be coming to that stadium. Might even look into it myself. I really might look into some of those places myself and see what's doing with them. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please like, share and subscribe. As I said, for the next 7 days or so, I will be officially Mr. Walk. I'll try and bring some more stuff to you. Thanks very much, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your patience with what's going on at the moment as well. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that button for me. Take care, everyone. Bye now.